Hi all. Now let's discuss future perfect continuous tense. When do we use future perfect continuous tense? First point, to show that something will continue up until a particular event or time in the future. I repeat, to show that something will continue up until a particular event or time in the future. Example, James will have been teaching at the university for more than a year by the time he leaves for Asia. Here, we are talking about an action that will continue till a particular event or time in the future. In the example, we are talking about James and he will have been teaching at the university for more than a year. So it is a time in the future by the time he leaves for Asia. It's a time in the future. And to express the continuity of that action till that time mentioned here, we are using future perfect continuous tense. Then the second point, to talk about something that finishes just before another time or action. I repeat, to talk about something that finishes just before another time or action. Example, I will be tired when I get home because I will have been walking for over an hour. Here we are talking about an action and it finishes just before another time or action in the future. Here, I will be tired because I have to walk for more than an hour. So, most probably I will be tired when I get home. So, to show that, we are using future perfect continuous tense. We use future perfect continuous tense to show the duration before something in the future. For example, he will have been waiting for an hour when she finally arrives. So here, to show the duration before something, before she arrives, he will have been waiting for an hour. So, to show the duration of something or duration of the first action, that means he will have been waiting for an hour. The second action, she finally arrives. So before she arrives there, he will have been waiting for an hour. To show this duration before something in the future, we use future perfect continuous tense. Again, we are using the same tense to show the course of something in the future. For example, her English will be excellent by the time she visits the US because she will have been studying for 5 years. So here we are talking about the course of something in the future. That is, her English will be excellent by the time she visits the US because we are talking about the course. She will have been studying for 5 years. So to show the course of something in the future, we are using future perfect continuous tense. Remember one more thing. Stative verbs are usually not used in continuous forms or progressive forms. With these verbs, we have to use the future perfect form. For example, we won't use I will have been forgetting his name. We won't use have been forgetting. Instead, we use I will have forgotten his name. So instead of future perfect continuous tense there, we use future perfect tense. I hope it's very clear. To make positive statements in future perfect continuous tense, first we have to place the subject, then will, then have plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing. I repeat once again. First we have to place the subject, then will, then have plus been plus verb plus ing. Example, I will have been eating vegetables for 3 months. So to make a positive statement in future perfect continuous tense, first we have to write the subject, then will have been plus first form of the verb plus ing. We have to mention the time also. Here is an example. The children will have been studying in classroom for 3 hours. Here there is time reference and it is for 3 hours. In this statement, first we place the subject. Here the subject is the children. Then we place will have been, then the first form of the verb study. So when we add ing to the first form of the verb, it became studying in classroom. Then the time reference, it is for 3 hours. So the sentence became, the children will have been studying in classroom for 3 hours. Here is an example of future perfect continuous tense. Read the sentence. By the end of November, Jack will have been studying at the university for 4 years. So, it is a future action, it is a continuous action and it will be completed at some specified time in the future. And the time reference is also given there. Here we are using future perfect continuous tense. To make negative statements, first we have to place the subject, then will, then the negative word. Here we are using not. Then have been, then verb plus ing. I repeat once again. First the subject, then will, then not, then have been plus verb 1 plus ing. Example, I won't have been eating vegetables for 3 months. The short form of will not is won't. We know that already. So the sentence became, instead of will not, I wrote won't. So, I won't have been eating vegetables for 3 months. Now we should understand how to make interrogative statements. To make yes or no type questions in future perfect continuous tense, first we have to place will, then the subject, then have been plus verb 1 plus ing. Example, will he have been studying? To make yes or no type questions in future perfect continuous tense, first we have to place will, then the subject, then have been plus verb plus ing. I repeat once again. First will, then the subject, then have been plus verb plus ing. For example, will he have been studying? Here you have a table. You can make a number of yes or no type questions from the given table. To make WH questions, first we have to place a question word, then will, then the subject, then have been plus verb 1 plus ing. I repeat, question word plus will plus subject plus have been plus verb 1 plus ing. Example, what will he have been doing? Look at the given table. You can make a number of questions using the given question words to form WH questions in future perfect continuous tense. As we all know, the format will be first the question word, then will, then the subject, then have been, then verb plus ing. Here are some examples of positive, negative and interrogative statements. You can read it for yourselves.